Hello, Pack 20 families again. This is your friendly neighborhood committee chair for part 2 of using Velcro on uniforms. So I'm not going to cover all the things that are in the guide to the uniform and insignia. You can find that online. It changes sometimes. I'm not going to bother trying to cover that right now, except to say that you should always double check where you want your patches before you get to work. I really recommend not just copying what you see other people do. Here in Pack 20, we do not have a uniform police. And, if a kid's patches aren't in the right spot, we're not going to say anything. So, make sure that you double check if it matters to you. And if you want to vary from it for whatever reason, no one really cares. But it is really nice to be able to use Velcro in order to move patches from shirt to shirt. I have had 4 kids in the program now. I have never purchased a brand new uniform. Sometimes some of my younger kids are, wearing uniforms that their kids that are 10 or 15 years older have worn. And I didn't used to use Velcro, and I wish I'd figured this out a long time ago. So the places I really like to use the Velcro are the spots that are hardest to get to by sewing machine, because anything you can do with a sewing machine is pretty fast and easy if it's in an accessible spot. So for example, this is Lexi's shirt. Her lion badge is just on a nice flat part of the uniform. It doesn't come off like ever. I might move it to her next shirt when she outgrows this one, if she outgrows it before she's ready for a tan uniform. Or I might not. By then she may prefer to just put it in her, lion display case and not continue to wear it by then. But up here for these badges, sewing over pockets, unless you're willing to sew the pockets shut, is really challenging on a machine. It's not too hard if you want to do it by hand, but it's tedious, and I don't like to do anything by hand if I can help it. So, although this one, I think I did some of it by machine to make it go a little bit faster, and then hand stitched the top, the part that's actually over the pocket. You can see I have just a dark blue piece of Velcro here that's big enough to hold 4 of these patches. So far she's got the tiger and bobcat. She'll get the wolf badge and the bear badge before too long. And the way I sew that onto the pocket is I use a nifty little curved upholstery needle. These are pretty easy to find. You just look for an upholstery needle, and that really helps because I can go under the Velcro, and I can hold it more firmly, and I'm not having to push through as hard. By the way, when I do hand sew a patch on a shirt, in this case I've used Velcro for Lexi's shoulder patch, but I don't usually do that. Most of the time the shoulder patches just get sewn to the shirt. But because I didn't know how long she'd be in this shirt, I just wanted to do it that way. When I'm hand sewing something on the uniform, I use the upholstery needle, whether it's Velcro or whether it is a patch, because it just works so much more nicely. So what we've got here is I have Lexi's numbers sewn on, and I've got them sewn separately. On my uniform, since I'm constantly swapping out uniform numbers, on mine I actually took a larger piece of hook side Velcro and sewed both numbers on it. Sorry, obviously I'm not a professional YouTuber any more than I am a professional seamstress. But in Lexi's case, the reason I didn't do that is because, a Scout is thrifty, and I kind of upcycled this number 0 here, and it doesn't match the size of her number 2. And I keep thinking one of these days I'm going to find a matching number 0 for her. And then, you know, so anyway, so they're sewn on separately. So that's kind of it as far as placement. I've got here also a Webelos uniform. You'll see what I do a little bit differently if it's a Webelos uniform. Oh, another thing, your outdoor activity badge, that's super simple to sew on just straight across. So I don't use Velcro on that either because it's not worth the trouble. Super easy to get on and off. So here's a Webelos uniform here. And on this particular one, just because I didn't have enough of the wider stuff, I've got just 2 small strips of Velcro here. And I've got, I've sewn the patch to the shirt. And this is where the Webelos badge would go. That's sewn to the pocket. In this case, I have 2 pieces. That's because I was kind of using scraps and I didn't have one piece that was big enough, but normally it would just be a single oval. Also, this is handy if you've got a kiddo joining Scouts as a Webelos. This is really nice because when they earn their Bobcat, you can go ahead and stick that there. And unlike the other Cub Scout shirts, when they earn their Webelos rank, the Bobcat comes off. And it makes it really easy to swap it out for that Webelos badge. And then they'll keep that Webelos badge on there until they transition to Scouts BSA. I'm going to admit that when my daughter went ahead and went to her troop, we didn't take the Webelos badge off until she earned her Scout badge. And then we took it off and replaced it with the Scout badge. That's not technically correct. You're supposed to take it off when they cross over to the troop. But it doesn't take very long for them to earn that Scout badge. So, and I think the uniform looks nicer with something on it. So that's kind of it. There's really not much else to say. Velcro, anything you think you might be changing out, or anything that you want to move from one shirt to the next when the child outgrows the shirt. And that's actually the main reason why I have the council patch done on Lexi's uniform, is because I just got tired of taking council patches off, and I don't like to buy new ones because I just don't like to spend the money. So that's about it. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and have a great day.